the creation of animated cartoons changed the way in which entertainment was made in America. From James Blackton to the now popular Walt Disney animated cartoons, which have impacted America the most during the 1900s and 1930s. Some cartoons made a breakthrough in how they were made, like the invention of the rotoscope made by the Fleischer brothers. Some cartoons were very popular, and their characters, like Felix the Cat, became an icon during the 1920s.
Contrary to common belief, many think that Walt Disney is the founder of animated cartoons in America. Though he is the most famous, he is not the first. The first animated cartoon released in America was made by James Stewart Blackton and titled Humorous Phases of Funny Faces. Humorous Phases of Funny Faces is a short, silent, animated comedy. In this film, Blackton draws a series of funny faces throughout stop motion and cutout techniques. Also included in Humorous Phases are more animations, which include a man with an umbrella, a side profile drawing of two faces, and a clown doing tricks. This short was officially produced and published by Vitagraph Studios in 1906.
One of the next earliest American animations is Gertie the Dinosaur, made by Winsor McCay in 1914. Gertie the Dinosaur starts off as a silent live-action film and changes to an animated cartoon. Gertie is a friendly herbivore dinosaur who does tricks like a trained circus elephant for her master, who is McKay. The animation for Gertie is unmatched for their time as her movements seem more natural and not stagnant, also including some of the human qualities given to her as a dinosaur, such as laughing, crying, and doing the tango. Gertie's film was the first to use animation techniques such as keyframes, registration marks, tracing paper, the mutoscope action viewer, and animation loops. Since then, this film influenced the next generation of animators such as the Fleischer Brothers, Walter Lantz, and even Walt Disney.
One of the greatest inventions to animation was rotoscoping, which was the process of creating animations by tracing over live-action footage frame by frame. Dave and Max Fleischer were the two that invented the rotoscope and used it to make Coco the Clown. Coco the Clown was introduced in Out of the Inkwell, which was a series made by the Fleischer Brothers, which began in 1918. The first short film that came from this series was The Clown's Pup. Coco the Clown became the first character to be fully rotoscoped in a cartoon short film.
Before Mickey Mouse became the most famous cartoon character, the title was held by Felix the Cat, who was first shown in the short film Feline Follies, made by Otto Mesmer. After this, the short film became a huge success and hit an all-time high, during which over 100 films were played in movie theaters throughout the world. However, eventually this title would be taken from Felix by Mickey Mouse, who was created in 1928 when Walt Disney made a short film called Steamboat Willie. Mickey wasn't a success at first due to the popularity of Felix the Cat, but soon Mickey Mouse would rise to fame.
In 1930, the famous Betty Boop was created by the Fleischer Brothers. She first appeared in an animated short called Dizzy Dishes, where she originally appeared as a dog instead of a girl. She instantly became a success as she was created during the Great Depression to take people's minds off the situation, and she was a reminder of the more carefree days of jazz age flappers from the 20s. Her character was inspired by a black jazz singer in Harlem named Esther Jones, aka Baby Esther. Her peculiar character and animation design made her recognizable to many people. She's loved and even looked up to by many women over 90 years later.
In 1934, Walt Disney was fully convinced that he and his company could make a featured film due to the massive success of the Mickey Mouse shorts. So he started a project dubbed Disney's Folly and started to get to work. The project ended up going 400% over budget and required 300 animators, artists, and assistants. This would have been the end of Walt Disney and his company if it wasn't for the smash hit of Disney's Folly, which is now known as Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, released in 1937.
The creation of cartoons in America changed the way that entertainment will be made forever. Its long history and impact changed the film industry and will continue to grow and improve for many years to come. Many different animations and animators played a role in its vast history, such as humorous phases of Funny Faces made by James Blackton, Gertie the Dinosaur made by Winsor McCay, or Walt Disney's many animated works.